He passed out. He said at that point he got scared. He pulled her shirt over her head, hit her with some kind of board.
He knew where it happened. He was able to provide us information that he had sex with her near a dumpster and that he left her body in the wooded area.
You didn't recognize it as a dead body?
Looks like one to me.
Investigators arrive at the scene and meet the 911 caller, the woman who discovered the body.
How long ago did you find it?
Right as the clock right on it.
As you called?
Yeah.
Okay. How far back the morning? Just straight across.
Ideally, we would like to preserve the scene as much as possible. Typically, we will set up a perimeter that's going to encompass the entire crime scene. We establish an outer perimeter and then sometimes establish a smaller inner perimeter to work within. The urgency for canvassing is to ensure that we're getting surveillance footage before it's overwritten. We want to ensure that we're locating any witnesses before they leave the area or forget what they saw.
So all these copies of this little trailer park here. Right. I'll even say back as a week, as far as the week and a half,
Yeah.
If you've seen anything.
Right.
And can you tell us the white male that bad?
I would say it's a white male.
I guess I'll start out with you first. We're conducting a death investigation. Right here in this wood line, there was a badly decomposed body that was just found.
I'm telling you, that smells some bad back there.
It's probably the dead body.
One of the difficult things to navigate in canvassing a neighborhood is speaking with the witnesses you find or people that are willing to talk with you.
It looks to be about 2 weeks old. A white male, and he's got a red shop in front next to him.
You're not sure what information they're going to give. You're not sure if it's accurate. You're not sure if it's relevant.
About 3 weeks ago, I seen there was a white male back there. He had brought like food and got shot.
Did he say anything to you at all?
The only thing he really said was, he said, "Hey, I'm back here. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm homeless. So it's no problem, man. Do what you do."
Detectives check nearby businesses for CCTV footage, but the recordings are gone, erased before they could find any leads.
This scene was a little more difficult than others due to it being outside and in a very densely wooded area.
It's like a female flip-flop.
Walking in a little further, when I got closer to the body, they appeared to have some female clothing on.
Yeah, that might be worse. Another shoe back there matching.
So that changed a little bit of the dynamic of what we're looking at here.
There's the other flip-flop past her.
Investigators were stunned. The body belonged to 21-year-old Brooklyn Peck. Investigators begin searching the area, hoping to find more clues to explain what really happened.
Yeah, let me open up some of these branches. I'm going to cut this branch, so if you could just hold it here, in the event that it doesn't fall on the body.
In this case, we believe that there was foul play involved. There was evidence of blunt force trauma to her head.
Obviously, we can't get a good look at the face yet. Is it just skull bone?
Her dress was pulled over her face. Her stockings were ripped.
Nope. Nothing to do with that. Nope.
Normally, if a body's found, one indication that they were robbed could be that they're not wearing any jewelry.
A while.
This was one of the more brutal scenes I had been to. To think that another human being would do this to a person and leave them without an identity or without any cause or care for that person was very disturbing.
Their toenails did and everything. See, like animals eat those toes off.
While searching the area, investigators discover several items scattered near the body, possible clues to the killer's identity.
There was some trash on the ground, and we had to decipher through what was evidence and what was not evidence. Early in the investigation, there were some difficulties that we faced, like we didn't have the decedent positively identified. We didn't have any suspects, any motives. We just knew that the suspect had several weeks of a head start on us.
From the position of the body, investigators suspect a possible sexual assault before the murder.
Just looking at the position of the body, the arms up, legs.
The way she was positioned, it didn't appear to be natural. She didn't place her dress over her head. She didn't position herself to where her legs were in a V shape. Her legs were posed in a manner that's consistent with a sexual battery.
That's interesting, the way the pantyhose or whatever ripped. Yeah.
We ended up getting word from the medical examiner's office that the cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head.
Investigators collect fingerprints and DNA, crucial evidence that could lead them straight to the suspect.
So anytime you have a missing person case, you want to talk to family, friends, kind of get an idea of her lifestyle, where she frequented. Given the area where the body was found, it was quite possible it was Brooke Peck, because she frequented those areas.
Investigators pore over every detail and uncover one key physical clue that reveals a shocking truth.
We learned that Brooklyn was missing the tip of her pointer finger on her left hand. That information was relayed to the medical examiner's office.
But then investigators notice something unusual. All the fingers are intact. That's when they realize the body isn't Brooke Lynn Peck.
At that point, it was bittersweet that it wasn't Brooklyn Peck, because now we don't have an identity for this victim. We really were kind of scrambling to make an identification.
Investigators identify the Jane Doe. She was a missing woman reported days earlier. The body belonged to her.
Family and friends are really worried about Judith Therianos. They say it's not unlike her to disappear for a few days, but it is unusual not to hear from her. This week, they filed a missing persons report with the Maine State Police, who say they have notified authorities down in Florida.
The medical examiner's office was able to get a fingerprint from the deceased person, and they were able to determine that our deceased was Judith Therianos.
Linda actually had a voice message from Judith. And we followed up with that with interviewing other people, particularly on this case. There was a person's name that came up in the case named Charlie, and we started investigating that.
Judy met this old guy, Charlie, that showed up at a acquaintance house, and it was the last person that physically saw her.
The only information that we had on Charlie was he was approximately 70 years old, had a long white beard. We didn't have his full name, we didn't know where he lived, we didn't have a phone number, we didn't know anything else about him.
At that point, we were basically starting at square one to try to identify him.
Hey, how's it going, sir? Are you Charles? Yeah. Okay.
When Charlie decided to come to the sheriff's office, it was a little odd and kind of threw us for a loop. Was you trying to help us out, or is he trying to...
I've been hunting for her and everything.
Charlie was the last person seen with Judith Therianos before she vanished.
One of our district offices with some of Judith's belongings and reported that he had been with Judith prior to her death.
I took her to work on our Sunday morning. She said she had a catering job she was supposed to do, and I hadn't seen her since then, except for I talked to her on the phone. She told me she'd meet me at Nico's for me to come pick her up. When I got there, she wasn't there.
Charlie then says he called Judy, who told him she was at a different restaurant and needed a ride.
And I said, well, what's the name of it? Where's it at? I said, I come pick you up. And the phone went dead. And I said, oh. I tried to call back and it went straight to voicemail. She had her bag hanging. I told her I was going to polish her boots up.
So all she left were her boots, and then what else?
There's a box. So it's on the other side of it. Yeah, I think it's all well.
At that point, we didn't know what role he played in the investigation.
How about that box over there? That her stuff? What's in there?
I don't know. I never opened it.
We didn't know if he was a suspect, if he was a witness, if he was the last person to see her alive.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this really hurt me because I really liked her.
You have an ID on you by chance?
Yeah. For my puppy love, I love you very much. I'm very sorry for everything. Yeah.
We guys arguing or something?
No. But I sent her, please call me, huh? I'm waiting for your call, sweetheart. Just call me. Didn't know what to do or not. Yeah, see? I'm going to file a missing persons on you. I'm worried that something happened to you. I care too much about you just keep sitting here just hoping that you'll get in touch with me. You know, I kept them all. And the last one I sent her, told her I loved her, and I loved her very much.
When Charlie gave us some of her property, it assisted in the investigation to help us understand who Judith was and places that she may have visited by being able to go through her property.
Anything else you can think of?
Investigators trace Judy's last phone call and begin canvassing the area for clues.
We separated into groups. A few detectives went to locate her last known whereabouts, and a couple of us went to a convenience store to obtain video. We concentrated on a convenience store and several other businesses in the area.
Investigators review hours of CCTV footage searching for the suspect, but it's a slow process. Meanwhile, Judy's family holds a funeral, a heartbreaking goodbye they never imagined giving.
Memorial service for Judy. It was a really difficult day to see her mother just mourn Judy and to see the whole family and myself mourn her, even though that her body wasn't home yet. It was a really hard day to witness.
Then while reviewing the CCTV footage, investigators finally catch a break.
The first surveillance video that we located was her purchasing alcohol in a convenience store nearby an area that she was known to frequent.
In the surveillance video footage, we observed Judith purchasing her items. At the time, she was seen accompanied by another person. Now my focus for the investigation is identifying who this person is with Judith.
When we located the surveillance video of Judith in the convenience store with the male, we didn't know if he was responsible for her death or if he was another just acquaintance of her. Maybe he can assist us with the investigation.
Have you seen anything the past 2 weeks?
We received information that there was a man named Grizzly who lived nearby in a mobile home park, that he had known Judith. So we had gone to speak with him to see if he had any kind of information that could assist with this investigation.
Come on in. Here's my messy house.
Sorry.
I'm a bachelor.
Me too.
All right. And I figured I better do the right thing.
Thank you.
Because I don't want to be known as a restricted defendant. I get it.
We understand.
Detective Grizzly informs the team they know exactly who the person in the CCTV footage is.
And even says he let the man stay at his place for a few nights.
Short hair, brush cut type of deal. I mean, sort of his vehicle for plane ticket.
Don't know where the plane ticket was stored though.
Chicago, that's all he said.
The man tells detectives he left his clothes at his place, a detail that immediately raises suspicion.
But these are clothes that were under the bed in this bag.
Okay.
I just want to help you guys out.
When we collected those items, we examined them and we believed that it was the same shirt and the same backpack that was in the surveillance video at the convenience store while she was with the man. Grizzly, he knew that he had a twin brother named Jared, but he didn't have any further information on his identity. After we spoke to Grizzly, I was walking back to my car and a man named Stefan said, "Hey detective, can I talk to you about the IRS?" And he gave me a wink as he said it to me, which made me believe that he didn't want to talk to me about the IRS and he probably had more information.
Well, you know where the dollar store is over there in the liquor store?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was about 6 p.m. And he walked with me to get cigarettes at the liquor store. We came out, and she was on the side of the dollar store, kind of leaning against the wall. I waved to her and he goes, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Judy."
He also begins to talk about that night, offering details investigators will soon realize don't quite add up.
Who knows what's in somebody's head? I guess he wanted to confide in me. He says, "Can I tell you something really bad that I did?" I said, "I guess, unless you killed her." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." And I got myself notification. Oh my God. I said, oh my God. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I didn't want to hear no more. At that point, I was freaking out. And then he went on to say something about getting a rush from doing it.
And when he said alcohol, did he meant like drinking alcohol?
Drinking alcohol. I got the feeling that he meant alcohol to clean up or whatever.
Like a peroxide type of a thing, like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
At the scene, we located a rubbing alcohol bottle. At the time, we didn't know the significance of it. Now we know that he took rubbing alcohol and poured it on her body in an attempt to conceal his identity by killing the DNA.
Starting that night, I'm like freaking out. I couldn't sleep for days. I barricaded my door. I sleep with a knife under my pillow. I sleep with my phone right in my hand.
How long have you known him for? When did you first meet him?
About a week before he confided him.
So you've only known him for a short period of time?
Let me stop you. I'm so sorry. When you say you and him, who was that?
Tim.
Stefan identified the man as Timothy Johnson.
I wish I could give you more, but...
You better make out.
Very good.
It was a huge turning point for us because it felt like we were getting closer to figuring out who had killed Judith. Timothy Johnson was previously arrested 4 times in Florida for aggravated battery, domestic battery, and 2 times for failed to appear.
After 3 long weeks, investigators make their move. Timothy Johnson is arrested.
Go on and spread your legs for me. Nothing else on you, right? That I didn't catch? Nothing in your waistband, nothing like that? Ethan.
Just about an hour ago.
Were you in bed sleeping?
I was on the couch.
You were on the couch sleeping.
Knife in the hand. Trying to cut me up and everything.
Timothy Johnson was so cold-hearted and didn't show any type of remorse about the crimes that he had committed.
I conducted research on Timothy Johnson in numerous databases with the sheriff's office trying to obtain a background. I didn't have to look that far for Timothy Johnson because he was incarcerated, and it makes me very happy. Detective Burbridge and I went to the jail to speak with Timothy.
How you doing, Timothy? My name's Detective Luches, my partner, Detective Burbridge. Okay. You're not in trouble right now, but I have to read your Miranda, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
We felt we had the upper hand because we knew certain aspects of the investigation that he may not have thought that we did.
Having these rights in mind, would you like to speak with me?
Sure.
Okay.
At that point, I was nervous too because I wanted to make sure I didn't screw it up. I wanted to get this guy. It was like my life's mission.
I have a picture of you with a person named Judith Therianos. Okay?
Yeah.
So obviously you guys are hanging out. How did you know her?
She used to go around the neighborhood I was staying at.
While talking to Timothy, we were able to realize that this is not his first rodeo. When he spoke to us, he was calm, pretty soft-spoken. He didn't appear to be aggressive. This was not the first time he's been interviewed by law enforcement.
She died. Do you know anything about her death? When was the last time you saw her?
Somewhere around March.
Up until now, have you heard that she died?
Yeah, that's the first I've heard of it, yeah.
So you don't know her on a personal level. Is it somebody you would have hung out with?
Just, yeah. We did have sex, but just regular consensual sex.
He admitted that he knew Judith, and then he admitted to having sex with her. So we knew as detectives that we were getting closer to having him confess to murdering Judith.
How many times did you have sex with her?
Once.
Where at?
I remember being next to a dumpster. Remember that?
What happened?
I put her up against the dumpster. We had sex.
Like after that, you guys hang out for a little while?
We had sex. Went our separate ways.
Come on. She may be a free spirit, but she's not trash to where she's gonna have sex on a dumpster. That's just stupid. Like it kind of made me mad. Don't criticize your victim like that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase because we know that you killed her. Okay, I just tell you right now, we know that you killed her. So what can you tell us with regards to that?
And here's where I'm at with this. I know that you're lying, obviously. We're trying to give you the opportunity to explain what happened, why it happened. We think that during your guys' consensual sex, it escalated and then it turned to the point where you killed her.
I think it was an accident. That's really what I think.
Am I allowed to have my lawyer present?
If you want to, sure.
He was smart enough to know when he shouldn't speak. But I got him to admit having sexual relations with her. As soon as he said that, I knew I got him, even though he hadn't confessed. But I knew it was, I knew it was him deep down, my cop tuition or whatever. I knew it was him.
Hey, mister. This is my partner, Detective Burbridge.
Okay, I've got a lot more information.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Now, at the end of this, it's a little graphic, so...
Trust me, I'm a cop. It's not a big deal.
All right. We were sitting down talking, and he told me he was having sex with her.
Okay.
She wanted him to stop. He didn't want to stop. He said he choked her.
The informant was able to provide us with specific details.
She passed out, He said at that point he got scared. He pulled her shirt over her head, hit her with some kind of board.
He knew where it happened. He was able to provide us information that he had sex with her near a dumpster and that he left her body in the wooded area.
According to informants, after her death, he used her credit card and went out to a restaurant.
Surveillance video footage of him at the restaurant eating. And it was the same time as the transaction on Judith's credit card.
Timothy was just sitting there nonchalantly. He wasn't panicked. He wasn't freaking out. It's like nothing ever happened to him.
You learn the truth. It sickens me. I mean, I'm no angel. I've never done something like that.
Now, investigators have enough evidence to prove Timothy Johnson's guilt.
Husker Sheriff's Office has arrested Timothy Johnson with first-degree murder.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime stories that delve deep into the heart of the human experience.